Okay, what I want to talk about today is the idea of possible versus probable. Okay, and I want it to relate to whole life versus universal life, or specifically index universal life, because a lot of the naysayers of index universal life that are specifically promoting whole life will will use and talk about the guaranteed cost of insurance versus the current cost of insurance. Okay, whereas one of the virtues of a whole life policy is that it has a guaranteed set cost. It doesn't go up, doesn't go down. Whereas a universal life policy, it does fluctuate. It fluctuates, right? And there's flexibility, and there's a current cost and a guaranteed cost. So guaranteed cost is kind of the worst case scenario. Well, a lot of these whole life guys will use language in their videos and different things, saying always anyway, they'll use language that leads a person to believe that it's almost inevitable that the insurance company, that the economy is going to go bad and the insurance company is going to jack up the rates, right? And going to go to that guaranteed cost, right? And it's there's a lot of fear in that. And so I want to address this because I want to address this in two ways. One is I've seen videos that were done pre 2020, pre-pandemic, low interest rate environment, and they would say things like, well, just wait till the interest rates are low, the market is going really well. As soon as interest rates start going up and the economy isn't doing as well, then watch out, because these insurance companies are it's inevitable that they're gonna raise the rates. Well, here we are 2023, and guess what happened? Interest rates have gone up, inflation's gone up. Okay, are any insurance companies that the hundreds of insurance companies that we work with, I haven't heard of one changing anything in their costs, right? So let's talk about what's possible versus what's probable. Okay, because think about this. If you go out and you drive a car, do we even think about, is there even this thought that, oh man, I'm doing something dangerous when we go and drive a car? No, we don't. We don't even worry about it. We just hop in the car and go and drive. Why? Because the probability of something bad happening is so significantly low that we don't worry about it. Right? But is it possible at any time that we hop in our car that we could get in an accident and be fatal? Absolutely. It is absolutely possible for that to happen. But is it probable? Well, no. In fact, if you look at the statistics, it says that for every, even just getting in an accident, not even like a fatal accident, just an accident, I looked it up, and for every 1,000 miles someone drives, there's a 1 in 366 chance, right? Which is anything over 1 in 100 is less than 1%, right? So 1 in 366 chance of even getting in an accident for every 1,000 miles you drive. Then on top of that, there's a 1 in 101% chance that is fatal, right? That's a fatal accident. Okay, so I mean, figure that math out. I mean, we're talking like thousandths of a percent chance that if you get in the car, it's going to turn into a fatality, right? So because the chance is so small, do we even worry about it? No. Is it even a point of discussion? Are we talking about it with our friends? Like, oh man, I'm really worried about getting in the car, because I could possibly pass away. No, we're not even having those conversations because the probability is so low. And if you look at other things, right? Flying, the chances of dying flying is 1 in 11 million, right? The skydiving, which is considered very kind of whatever, it's a 1 in 100,000 chance of passing away. If you do a tandem where you're going with someone who's experienced, right, it's 1 in 500,000 of a chance, right? So what are the chances? Where I don't know what the statistics are because I couldn't find them. Okay, but what are the chances? All I know is that when I've talked to actual insurance companies, they've told me that they've never charged the guaranteed rates. They've only ever charged the current rates. Okay, so is there, can I absolutely guarantee 100% that they'll never happen? No, you can't, right? Because it's possible. But we got to think more about the probability of it happening versus the possibility of it happening. Because the reality is, over my 20 years of experience, I've never once had an insurance company that I've dealt with that has charged guaranteed rates in their universal life or index universal life product, right? And then I've talked to companies who have been around for over 100 years and they've never done it. And guess what? Even in my years of being in the industry, there's been some major downturns, some major economic struggles at different times. And guess what? They never charged more rates. But when you listen to these videos, they make it sound like it's an inevitability, like just wait, it's good now, but it's going to be bad later. And I'm just here to say that the probability of that is super small, from my experience. So take that to the bank.